political analyst, Wakili Joshua Nyamori, and Professor Fred Ogola, who's an economics and governance expert. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I would want us to start with the kind of response we've seen so far from the top-ranking government officials. And the main concern is that in the absence of the president, it would appear their hands are tied. You look at CS Wandai and he's struggling to choose his words carefully on what to say, what not to say. We do have the deputy president still around. He was in Tharaka Nithi yesterday. The CS Treasury is around, but even our National Assembly. And no one seems to be keen or able to take proper action that is convincing to the stakeholders in the matatu industry or Kenyans as a whole. Do we really have to wait for the president to come back for us to know the way forward? Bwana Ikua.
Thank you, Fred, and it's good to have you, to have me this morning. It is quite unfortunate that we are running a one-man show government. You know, the reason as to why there exists a cabinet and the principal secretaries thereof, it is because no one is a jack of all trades. I mean, you can't have knowledge of everything. But one of the biggest problems we've been having with this government is that there is only one person who actually says what will happen, shares the cabinet meetings, and gives all decisions whatsoever. I think the way the president has been running his government, he has completely, shut down these people's capacity to even advise him. We've had even accusations before that the president advises his advisors. Because why exactly would I be your CS and I am not even, I'm stumbling in front of, a meeting. I go into a meeting with stakeholders like matatu owners associations and industrial players and come out with nothing. What is the capacity? What is the role of the CS if you cannot get into that meeting and confidently be able to convince those people out of a strike? So I feel for these people, and if I was in that kind of a position, I would resign. I would not even want to do a job that I am just a table person. I mean, absolutely scarecrow without any any capability to make any decisions. You may be having the best of ideas, but if you have to still put reference into your boss and you are not helping your boss to think around and provide solutions to the table, what is the point of being the CS? So I feel that that is one of the biggest problems we are having, because apparently if we pay reference to in the past where we've had presidents who have empowered their cabinet, we've had presidents who have actually relied on the expertise and the knowledge thereof of the entire department. Because when you're talking about the minister, there is a whole ministry behind the minister. I mean, civil servants who have been in that particular department for years and years, they have been there. They have a lot of knowledge. They have a lot of expertise in terms of how we can solve such things. I saw a confusion right from the CS Treasury going down all the way to the CS Petroleum, Managing Petroleum. I mean, they can't simply provide a solution and convince the people that there is hope. In crisis management, one of the things that you have to do is to be able to communicate. And communications comes into, giving affirmations that you are there to provide a solution. If you are not able to provide hope to the people, that you are there to provide solutions, and they can see it from your efforts, and of course the deliberations that you've been able to come up with to get out of the crisis, because I know the fuel prices globally have of course shot up due to logistics and transportation thereof. That is the main challenge because of the war. But of course there is a better way of handling this when people are openly telling you that the prices in Uganda are cheaper than the prices in Kenya. That's one thing you can't run away from. Right. So in every discussion that you want to go to and you are leaving that outside your conversation and outside your explanation, you're not providing anything.
Yeah. But Bwana Nyamori, if you look even at the kind of reaction you're getting from the National Assembly, yes, the president is